We're heading back out on the trail from Walker Pass and Kernville. We are headed south to Tehachapi through a section of the desert that is going to be very dry, with us relying on water caches by generous people who put water out here so PCT hikers can be successful in this section. Thank you to all the people who do that and make it possible for us. It is definitely greatly appreciated. But it's a beautiful morning. The sun's coming up just a little bit after 7. So we're gonna try to head down this trail as much as possible before the sun gets us.
We are about 4 miles into our hike from Walker Pass, Kernville. Got a ride from our lovely trail angel, who's also going to host us at Agua Dulce, which is great. We have been climbing since. You can actually still see the road there, way down below there. And, you know, the desert views that we've been trying to get used to. It is warming up quickly. Thankfully, though, we get to be on in the morning sides of the mountain at times that are under shadow, so that helps a lot. Days are getting shorter, so the high heat time frame is a little bit less than it would be otherwise. But enjoying our morning, and we will keep you informed as we go up throughout the day.
Looking into Cowhaven Canyon. It's a bit of a joke, I think. I don't think that's much of a haven for a cow. But we made it to the top, and now we're going along the top of the ridgeline here, down the trail. The sun is up. It's not blistering yet, but you know, we're drinking our water and being responsible hikers in the desert, staying hydrated and, you know, taking advantage of the shade when we come. Trail goes this way.
Here's our one source of water for the day. Beautiful cache. Here is filling the one container there that has a spigot, so it's easier to fill bottles. We have decided to go a little bit further, another couple, 2.5, 3 miles, because it's early and we feel good. And so we have loaded up with, let me see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 liters of water. Enough to get us through tonight, tomorrow morning, and then 15 miles tomorrow. So all the things you gotta think about as I look at this Joshua tree in the desert and our trail moving forward. Pacific Crest right there, got a little bit of a climb. So I will give you an update when we get to camp.
Good evening. 25 miles down the trail. We're set up. We've decided no fly tonight because it's a beautiful evening in the desert. And this is looking to the east. And it's just the big open. And we came from the west, so we came from over this way. It's really quite an amazing space to be in. Feeling very, very alone we have these Joshua trees that will keep us happy and company, I guess.
And a great morning start. Beautiful, cool weather, desert views, lots of mountains. What a way to start a day.
As we've entered the desert, the vegetation has changed, and we are now in the land of Joshua trees, which are interesting trees to look at and how they adapted to survive in the desert area. This is the direction we're going. Should be an interesting day. We have about a mile and a half to our last water source of the day. It will be our third water source of the day. And we are now up on top of the table, out of the scrublands, and into some forest of pinyon pine and oak and pine needles, a little bit of shade, and we're going uphill. So in the springtime, this is the river that would be flowing, but we're in the fall, so no flow. Dry. We will show you the water source when we get to it, if it's exciting, and if it's not, we'll probably show you our tent spot when we get set up. It's been a good day.
So here is our water source. It actually is not so bad. There's a little bit of algae on top, but right underneath is nice clear water. You can kind of hear a little trickle there. It's a spring, so we're lucky to have found this for sure. Doing some filtering so we're gonna walk a little ways down trail yet before we get to camp. So yeah, not too bad. We got to wash up a little bit too, which was wonderful. We set up camp about maybe half a mile, not even, from our water source. And here's our tent back there. We're going to attempt tonight to do no fly night. It's a beautiful night. It's cooled off quite a bit, so that's good. We are going to have some white rice tonight. First video of the morning. I was struck by the beauty that we're walking through and the difference from yesterday when we were, had views of, countless miles and mountains, and it was dry and no trees and deserty. And this morning we're walking through a diverse forest where we can, start to see the colors of fall on some of the trees. Totally different mountains, and the sunlight coming through makes it just all the more beautiful. Got some birds singing. It's a beautiful morning. So this is our only water source till the end of the day. And as you can see, it's overgrown, if you want to say. There is a deep pool here though. You can see it looks nice and clear. So obviously that's where we're going to gather from, but it took a little bit of finding. These are often hidden. It's not like they're on the trail like a normal stream. So something we got to get used to.
In the distance, you can see a windmill farm. As we're walking off of this pass into the next one, it's been a very pleasant day. The windmill farm is not working today, so that tells you that there's no wind, but it's still relatively cool. But I guess we're going to be going by hundreds and hundreds of these windmills as we approach Southern California. We're walking along this ridgeline. I don't know if you can see behind me. See all those windmills? Apparently they're not turned on because they're not moving. And in the far distance, you see that white sand that's known as Airplane Flat. And this is the area we're going along. Still got about 10 miles till our next water source. But the trail's been fairly tame, just walking miles. Nice tread, nice sand. And even though there isn't much wind and it's sunny, it's not oppressive heat. But it's still a neat space to be hiking through and really quite an enjoyable day.
It's a beautiful morning. Started out our trek to Tehachapi today, about 17 miles, and it's warm. We had a warm night, definitely starting out warmer than yesterday. Got some beautiful views of mountains, and you can see in the distance still the windmills. The beautiful morning sunlight is what we like.
Starting our morning journey to Tehachapi. We're not up that early. The sun is what's getting up later to give you these early morning shadows as we walk along the trail. It's gonna go around that elbow and then back over there and makes its way up over these hills. We have about 9 more miles to the interstate, and then we'll hitchhike back into Tehachapi, where we'll get some food, some rest, and get ready for the next stage of this amazing hike. It's been a warm morning. It's just 10 o'clock, so we should be done around 1, and so maybe escape most of the heat of the day. This is our last climb, and then it's all downhill to the interstate.
We've come upon our descent to the highway to get to Tehachapi. It's a long descent, probably about 6 miles. And I think most of the time we'll have this view. Still lots of windmills, for sure. You can see little homesteads or places where people have their home. And then in the distance, I think you can see Tehachapi, but not right at this second. It's just always amazing how long it might take to get to the road. Looking forward to it though.
We're still making our way down the path to Tehachapi. There's the interstate and the wind farm. All the fans aren't turned on. I wish they did, it would make it cooler. And there's the Mojave Desert. So we're going to be going to the west of here and getting a cold shower, cleaning up for the night, and having some town food.